The mountains of Clythar. 7 were not meant for human lungs. Thin air, biting winds, and a night so cold it felt like knives against skin. I've been sent here as part of a joint exploration mission between humans and the Iryllians, a crystalline skin species known for their luminous eyes and delicate frames. But the supply drop had gone wrong. The shuttle's descent pod missed its mark, scattering gear across a wide stretch of mountain terrain. Our team split to recover what we could. That's how I ended up stranded with her. Her name was Sarah. She was unlike any other Iryllian I had seen. Taller than most, her crystalline scales glimmered faintly like frost under moonlight. Her voice, when she spoke, resonated in tones that reminded me of glass bells. And right now, those tones trembled with exhaustion. "We will not survive the night without proper insulation," she said, wrapping her arms around herself. Her scales refracted the pale starlight, but they did little against the icy air. I checked what little I had salvaged, a flare gun, a packet of rations, and, thank God, a human-issue thermal sleeping bag. It wasn't much, but it was designed to trap body heat efficiently. Enough for one person. I stared at it, then at her. "You can have it," I said, tossing it toward her. She blinked, the facets of her eyes catching the firelight of our small, failing campfire. "Alone it will not suffice. My body generates less heat than yours." I swallowed. She was right. The Iryllians were adapted to warmer climates, not this frozen wasteland. "Then we share," I said, try to sound casual, though my heart hammered. Her gaze lingered on me for a long time, unreadable. Then she inclined her head in that formal, alien way of hers. "Very well." We crawled into the sleeping bag, awkwardly at first. It was never designed for 2, and her body was cold against mine like pressed glass. I felt her shiver, so I wrapped an arm around her without thinking. She stiffened instantly. "Human." Her voice was hushed, uncertain. "Sorry," I muttered, "just trying to keep you warm." A pause. Then quietly, "Your body radiates much more than expected. It is pleasant." Her words struck me strangely. I'd always thought of the Iryllians as fragile, distant, beautiful in an untouchable way. To feel one press against me, admitting something so vulnerable, was unexpected. Minutes stretched. The wind howled outside. Inside, the bag became a cocoon of mingled breath and body heat. I felt her trembling lessen. Then she whispered, "We have customs among my people. When one shares warmth, it is considered a bond." "A bond?" "More than friendship, less than mating, a promise of protection." She hesitated, "But it is never offered lightly." I turned my head, and in the dim glow of our dying fire, her crystalline features seemed softer somehow, less sharp. Her eyes, bright as shards of ice, searched mine. I didn't mean to. I began, but she pressed a cool finger to my lips. I did not say I was unwilling. The night deepened. Her body gradually warmed in my embrace, and soon I realized something unexpected. She was no longer trembling, but clinging, her arms wrapped around me. Cautious at first, then with surprising strength. Her forehead rested against my chest. "You breathe like a storm," she murmured. "It shakes through me." I chuckled softly. "That's just my heart. Humans do that when they're nervous." "Are you nervous?" "Yes," I admitted. She tilted her head, her crystalline hair brushing my cheek. "Good. So am I." What happened next wasn't something I could have predicted. Sarah began to hum, a low, resonant vibration deep in her chest. At first I thought it was a song, but then I felt it. Warmth spreading through the sleeping bag, like the air itself had thickened. Startled, I asked, "What are you doing?" "A gift of my people. Resonant heating. I had forgotten it until now. It only works when close to another." The temperature rose, slowly but surely. It was like lying beside a living crystal furnace. My shivers faded, and then something else stirred inside me. Not just warmth, but a strange calm, as though her hum resonated with my heartbeat itself. "Unexpected, yes?" she asked, her tone carrying a sly note now. I laughed quietly. That's one word for it. The night stretched into a long conversation, whispered in the cocoon of our shared warmth. She told me of her childhood among the glass spires of Iryllia, where the skies were always warm, where the air shimmered like liquid fire. She confessed she had never seen snow before this mission. I told her of Earth's winters, of sleds and fireplaces, of hot chocolate and frost on windows. Her crystalline eyes widened with wonder at each detail. Humans live in such extremes. Heat and cold, storm and calm. No wonder you are so adaptable. Maybe, I said, smiling faintly, or maybe we just get lucky a lot. She tilted her head again, studying me. Perhaps I am lucky tonight. Her words silenced me more than the wind ever could. Sometime after, silence settled in, not awkward but comfortable. Her breathing slowed against my chest. I thought she had drifted to sleep until she spoke one last time. Human? Yeah. If we survive tomorrow, will you still share warmth with me? I tightened my arm around her. As long as you want. And for the first time that night, she smiled. Hashtag the morning after. When dawn came, the storm had passed. The world outside was blanketed in shimmering frost. Our campfire had long died, but inside the sleeping bag, we were warm. Sarah stirred, stretching slightly against me. Her crystalline scales caught the first light of day, scattering it in rainbows across the snow. She caught me staring and arched a brow. What is it? Nothing, I said quickly. Just, you look different in the sunlight. Her lips curved in the faintest smile. Perhaps you do as well. We pushed free of the sleeping bag, reluctant to leave its cocoon, but survival demanded movement. Together, we climbed down the ridge, seeking the rest of our team. Yet something had changed. Every step, every glance, carried that unspoken bond we had forged in cold. Hashtag later that day. We found the others by noon. They were relieved, concerned, then baffled at the sight of us walking side by side, closer than protocol dictated. But no one asked questions. Maybe they didn't need to. Sarah walked with quiet pride, her eyes occasionally flicking toward me. Not once did she deny the closeness. That night, when tents were pitched and rations shared, she approached me once more. The bag, she said softly. I blinked. What about it? Her voice lowered. I find myself unwilling to sleep alone now. I stared at her, heart hammering again. Then I grinned. Guess we'll just have to make room. Her crystalline laughter chimed like wind through glass, and she slipped into the tent beside me. And in that moment, I knew the cold of Clythar, 7 would never touch me again.